Good morning, guys, girls. Rob, along with Keith here this morning. We're going to be talking about college football today, top 25 games. Don't forget the AWA champion, the squared circle wrestling game. It's a simulation game. I will be having my championship match. It's coming up very, very soon, and let me show you who my two participants are. One of them never held a title in his life, but his dad was simply the owner of the company, Greg Gagne. Greg Gagne, not Greg Gagne from Minnesota Twins, but this guy was from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
He never won?
Huh? He never won a title. Nope.
Oh.
Never had the title, and he's going to get his chance against Stan the Lariat Hansen. Stan Hansen, you can see he had the belt. The one thing against Stan was he had terrible eyesight, and he stood 6'5", 340. So when he hit you, he didn't always see you good, and a lot of times he pounded people. A lot of people did not like to wrestle him because he worked a lot of people over. So that's going to be my championship match. That'll be coming up in a week or probably sometime this week. We're going to talk about top 25 football, and let's go ahead and get going right now. Old Dominion and James Madison. James Madison is undefeated right now. Let's see, are they 8-0 or 7-0? I'll find out. JMU football. They're 7-0 against Old Dominion, and they're going against Old Dominion. They're going to be on TV tonight, too. They will be featured, I want to say, on ESPNU. Let's see. ESPN regular ESPN tonight. You believe that? James Madison, 7 o'clock. So we'll see what happens there.
That's kind of the way ESPN's going these days. They're starting to end up with games like James Madison or something going forward. I don't know.
Yep.
Did you say? I don't see it on regular ESPN though. I see. Let's see. This is the games I see them having today. South Carolina, Texas A&M, not bad. Duke, Louisville, not bad. Tennessee, Kentucky, not bad. Oregon State, Arizona, not bad. Not a bad lineup for ESPN.
Go if you have a lineup of the top 25, and then see where you can find it where if JMU is playing on TV today. I can do it on my TV, but I'm not in front of mine right now. Sorry, folks. But we both like JMU to win this ball game.
On ESPNU at 7 p.m.
Oh, all right, ESPNU.
8 Eastern.
Yeah, 8 Eastern. Okay, 8 Eastern. We got you. Yeah, that's
Prairie
right.
View A&M at Florida A&M before that. Tulsa at SMU. And ESPN2 has Houston at Kansas State, Tulane at Rice, Cincinnati at Oklahoma State. So, I mean,
okay.
Chances are, if you want to see, I mean, you got a lot of games to pick from.
Yeah, USC at California today. Cal's really not pulled off the big upsets yet. We don't think they will. We both picked USC to win this game. Colorado, Deion's bunch. They're coming to UCLA. Sorry. I think UCLA squeaks by field goal. Keith likes them by a touchdown. We both like UCLA in this game.
That was Colorado against Colorado.
Yeah. Tulane at Rice. Rice not shown a whole lot this year. We both like Tulane in blowouts. Tennessee at Kentucky. Kentucky lost a lot of favor with me the last couple of weeks. They have just not played really well at all. Tennessee, they're 3.5-point favorites. I think they cover this week, and so does Keith. We like Tennessee over Kentucky. Air Force going to Colorado State. I just don't see a whole lot of what do you call it when the airplane's in the air? Turbulence. I don't see a lot of turbulence going against Air Force here. I like Air Force, and so does Keith.
Is that a
Big
pun?
in this ball game.
Air Force, the plane.
Duke Louisville. Yeah. Not a lot of turbulence against Air Force this week, right? Duke Louisville. We both like Louisville to win this ball game. I like Louisville to cover. Duke is a 4-point dog in this game. Keith likes Duke to cover this game. He says it's going to be a field goal game. It'll be close. It should be close, but I like Louisville to cover the 4 points. North Carolina traveling to Georgia Tech. North Carolina is 11.5-point favorites. Keith likes Carolina to win, but not by that much. I like Carolina to roll this week. I think they can make it a easy double digits and maybe 20 points before it's over.
You said Georgia Tech was the opponent in that one?
Mm-hmm. And you picked them by 8. You picked them by 8. 11.5 is what the line is.
I just remember Georgia Tech kind of stayed. Georgia Tech ended up winning against Miami. I mean,
yeah,
Miami gave away more or less, but
Pitt at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is 18.5-point favorites. I did not tell Keith a line, and this is what he said a score: 34-16, 18 points, not a half. He likes Notre Dame. I mean, he likes Pitt to cover. So do I. 18.5 is too many points. I like Pitt to cover that 18.5. So I like for them to take it and run with the points. No cover there for Notre Dame. I like Pitt. Vanderbilt, Ole Miss. Ole Miss, we both like them big in this ball game. There's no line thrown out for this game. Ole Miss by double digits. Oregon State at Arizona. Keith likes Arizona in this ball game. Oregon State 4-point favorite. I actually like them to win and to cover by 10 points. I like Oregon State big in this game. Indiana at Penn State. Penn State, they didn't throw a line out as of Thursday. I still like Penn State. And so does Keith big in this ball game. He likes them by a touchdown. I like them by about 30 points here in this game. I like Penn State huge. Oregon at Utah. Utah 4-point favorite on the road. I think this is a trip-up game, and so does Keith. Keith says no way. He likes Utah. I like Utah in this game as well. BYU at Texas. Texas, I like them huge in this game, by 25 or more. Keith likes them by 8. BYU could show up. They just have not shown up all year. I don't think this is where they do show up. Austin, Texas is a tough place to play. I like Texas huge. Oklahoma at Kansas. Oklahoma, a 10.5-point favorite. Keith says no problem. What's up? Good morning, Bob Bryant. What's up? Keith says no problem. 41-24. He likes Oklahoma to roll here. I don't. I like Oklahoma to win, but not to cover. I think Kansas keeps this ball game close. Tim, what's going on? Washington at Stanford. I didn't get a line for this one. We both think this is a 20-point game.
Hey, Bob.
Washington's a better game. Washington's a better team. We both like Washington by 20-plus points. Florida State at Wake Forest. Florida State is a 20.5-point favorite. I like them. I like them in this spot. Wake Forest, I think they've lost some pieces from last year. I think they easily cover. Keith says 11 points. Take Wake and the too many points. Washington 26.5. At works 26 is 39. So that's too many. So we both would take Stanford and the points there. Ohio State 14-point favorites going to Wisconsin. I like them here. I like them in this spot. Wisconsin can run the football. We know what can happen. We'll see what happens. Keith likes Wisconsin to cover here. 26-17. I say 37-21. Ohio State takes care of business. And then the big game of the day, the cocktail.
Georgia,
The big
Florida.
huge cocktail from Georgia to Florida. Georgia into Florida, playing in Jacksonville, the big cocktail party. And Keith likes Florida by, Keith likes Georgia by 10 points, but not to cover 15.5. I think Florida wins outright. I like Florida in this ball game. I think they win the game outright, 34-31. Other news going on right now. The running back for Tennessee's Titans running back. What's his name? Double deuces.
Henry?
What is his name? Yeah, Derrick Henry. 80% chance he's going to get traded between now and Tuesday. And the big team talking about getting him makes all the sense in the world. Who's the AFC team that likes to run the football, and then when they stop running the football, run the football a little more, other than Tennessee? Baltimore. Baltimore's wanting Derrick Henry. I think they will get Derrick Henry. I think he is going to be a difference maker for this team.
You think Tennessee's going to part ways with him?
This is his last year. This is his last year under contract.
Well, it's hard to renew contracts with running backs because they can
Yeah,
drop off.
you can get something for him right now too.
Yeah.
Also, Devontae. What's his name? Devontae
Adams.
Yes, for the Raiders. Looks like he could be on the way out.
Yeah, I could see that.
There's 4 teams really, really pushing for him, and one of them is the Washington Commanders. Washington Commanders really want Devontae Adams. I'll say this much: he would open up a lot of avenues if Washington was to get him. Buffalo also taught in the running for trying to get Devontae Adams. Cleveland in the running to get Devontae Adams. And then the most likely destination for Devontae Adams, Dallas. Dallas is wanting him. We'll see what happens. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, Washington, I would love to see Washington get him, but I don't think it'll happen. We'll see what happens there. Right now, let's see Vegas odds on who is going to win the Heisman. I don't necessarily agree with what I've been hearing on TV, though. Vegas odds on Heisman Trophy leader right now. All right. Through Vegas right now. J.J. McCarthy. And see, the sad part about it is I don't even know where J.J. McCarthy plays. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you where J.J. McCarthy plays right now.
What, that's somebody on a trade rumor or something?
No. He's for the Heisman Trophy.
Oh, you're talking about college now. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
J.J. McCarthy. What's up, Philip? Is he the Michigan quarterback? If he's a quarterback from Michigan, he's not going to win the Heisman. He's not going to win the Heisman. When's the last time a quarterback from Michigan? That'd be like a quarterback. No. That's not going to happen. Michael Penix, he's probably still my favorite right now. Jaden Daniels, Jordan Travis. Travis has a chance. Jordan Travis has a chance. Dillon Gabriel, he's a left-handed quarterback out of Oklahoma. And then Bo Nix, he's way up there now. Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't think that happens. I don't think so. Brock Bowers, he's out of it now completely since he broke his ankle. I like Penix Jr. right now. I really do. I think Penix wins the Heisman. I don't think J.J. McCarthy's winning it. I really don't. They got so many. If there's any team out there in them land right now that's not, number one, not played anybody, and then number two, got a lot of obstacles in front of them. It's got to be Michigan. They still have Penn State and Ohio State? I think they do. They'll lose one of them probably. They probably do. We'll see. We'll see. And if they don't, all he's got to do is play a flat game, 5 of 8 for 48 yards, and they could win by 3 touchdowns. That doesn't help his Heisman chances. And that's what happened with Penix last week, 15 points. I'm still wondering how in the hell somebody held Washington to 15 points.
Yeah.
That's absolutely nuts. I didn't see it.
Because they almost look like they could score at will.
Yeah, no Michigan quarterback has ever won the Heisman. Only 3 winners: Tom Harmon, running back; Desmond Howard, wide receiver; Charles Woodson, cornerback, wide receiver. Yeah, I don't like his chances. What do you think, Keith? Quarterback right now for Michigan winning the Heisman right now. I mean, they're saying he's up there, but still,
I don't have him in the.
I don't think so.
He's
either.
probably not in the top 3 right now. Maybe. Well,
he's actually Vegas' favorite right now.
Is he?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
He's past,
well,
but I just don't think by the end of the year he'll be there. That's my opinion.
If he's the favorite, then I mean he's probably got to lose it. So I mean,
well, and that's what I'm saying. The thing of it is, I didn't
expect that though. I didn't know he was a favorite.
Michael Penix Jr. hasn't lost yet. He just had a bad game last week, and he passed him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not necessarily saying Michigan's going to lose, but don't tell me for a second he's going to throw 400, 250, 300 every week, no picks, 3 or 4 touchdowns. No, not against that Ohio State defense. They're going to have to run the football, run effectively. Now, if he can go out there and run for 100, 150 yards against them, I don't know what kind of quarterback he is, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. Is my ice finally going down, Keith?
Yeah.
Yeah, my ice was too big for the cup, so I put a big chunk of ice that was up against the glass, and the water is now starting to melt it down a little bit now. So, yeah. Who is your lock this week? Who is one college team you just think there's no way in hell they're going to get beat this week? Mine, I'm leaning toward Penn State. I really think Penn State is just way too good for in the top 25 anyway. I really think they can. And Washington's really good too. We know that too.
Let me get all the games in front of me here. Yeah, Penn State's not going to lose to Indiana.
I don't think so either. Keith does like Arizona against Oregon State. Oregon State at Arizona. Keith picked Arizona. I picked Florida today. That is my huge upset. This is my huge upset special here. I think Florida beats number 1 Georgia, and they're no longer number 1. I'm not going to say they can't win the national championship. They could still do that. With a loss, they could still do it. But it's going to be harder for them now.
Well, let's see. Well, I could say Washington, but Stanford's just a little bit too hard for me to figure out. I mean,
let's see. Let me look at some more that you've really got.
Texas could. I pretty confident in Texas.
Ole Miss, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm pretty confident in Notre Dame. I know you think it's going to be close.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to go just out on a little bit more on a limb and say Miami over Virginia.
Okay, they're not top 25 team though, are they? No, I don't think so.
No, if you want me
All right.
top 25, I'll go with.
Is
I'll
Miami?
go with Texas if you want top 25 over
Oh,
BYU.
okay. All right. And Keith goes with Texas as his lock of the week.
Do you have a non top 25 game that you picked?
I haven't looked at all of them. Give me some games today, and I'll tell you who I like. Don't even give me the line. Have you got the lines with it too?
Yeah, they've got a line here.
All right, that's cool.
UMass Army.
I like Army in this ball game. Army will run the football. The triple option will be tough. 24-10. I like Army by 14.
UConn Boston College. The second team I'm mentioning is the home team.
Okay, Boston College. They've been through the ringers of an ACC schedule, not the toughest schedule in the world. They're better than UConn. 31-13. I like Boston College.
West Virginia, UCF. UCF's coming off a good game against Oklahoma.
Yes, they are. I got right to here. Yeah, 31-29. And you say UCF's at home against against West Virginia. UCF pulls the upset here. West Virginia, we know that they always have a lot of track stars on their team. UCF does too. They have some world-class sprinters on that team. This is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to go 38-35 UCF with the upset.
Well, UCF is shown as a favorite in that game by 7.
Oh, really? By how many points?
7.
All right. I don't think they cover that much, but I think they will win the ball game 38-35. I like UCF.
Houston, Kansas State.
Wow. Houston, Kansas State. Kansas State is favored in this ball game. I would say Kansas State's probably an 8.5-point favorite in this game.
No,
and more than that.
More than that.
14.
More than that.
18.
17.5.
17.5. You know what? Kansas State is that good. They'll put a whipping on them right here. 41-20. I like Kansas State to not only win, to cover as well. 41-20. They're a better team.
Maryland, Northwestern.
Man, Maryland for a half stayed in the game against Ohio State, but they were at home. That helps so much. Today, they're on the road against Northwestern. Northwestern, they're still out there lost. I don't think they really have a clue as to what they're going to do. I think Maryland's probably the favorite in this ball game, but not. I wouldn't say by a whole hell of a lot. Wow. 21-17. I like Maryland to win. They probably don't cover. They're probably more than 4-point favorites.
Maryland's favored by 14.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to win by that much. I like Maryland to win, but not to cover.
Tulsa, SMU.
That's top 25 team. That's top 25 game there. I got that right here. I think so, wasn't it? No, maybe not. No, that's not. Tulsa, SMU. Tulsa's been in the top 25 this year. SMU, gosh, I've watched them play a little bit this year, but not a lot. Going down to Arlington to play, and not always the easiest place to play. It may be played in the big Texas Stadium and down in where the Cowboys play. Might be being played there. I don't know. Tulsa's better though. 34-14. I like Tulsa by 20 in this game. I don't know how much you're favored by, but 20. I would give 20 in this game. How much is Tulsa favored by?
No, SMU's favored.
Really?
Tulsa's only 4.
Huh?
Tulsa's only 3-4. Was it Toledo?
Oh, I
Maybe
must be mixed up with somebody then. Tulsa's 3-4. And what's SMU?
5-2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am mixed around then. 21-13 SMU. SMU. They're at home too.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
favored by 21.
that's a lot though. Then they may cover it, but I'm gonna say no.
South Carolina, Texas A&M.
Wow, Beamer is really on the edge now with some of the comments he's made lately. May get him pushed out the door at South Carolina. A&M, they've been wanting to fire that son of a bitch for the last year and a half. The guy that came from Florida State. It's gonna be a dirty game. Dirty game. They're playing in South Carolina.
No, A&M.
Oh, I like A&M. I like A&M, and I like them pretty big in this game. Maybe 31 to 20. I'll say they win by 11 points.
Yeah, well, they're favored by 17.
I don't know if they'll win by that much, but it's going to be a dirty game.
I'll skip. Clemson, NC State.
Now that's going to be a clean game. No, it's really going to be a dirty game. Clemson, NC State. I don't know what to think of Clemson. They've got 3 losses now. NC State got 2 or 3 losses.
3.
So they both
4-3.
And they're playing in Raleigh.
NC State's home.
Yeah. You can't think Clemson's going to lose a 4th game here. I just can't do it. They're going to find a way to beat this team. 33-28. They're probably favored by more than 5, but I think they'll win by 5. 33-28.
Yeah, favored by 9.5.
Yeah, it's hard to favor somebody by 9.5 if they've lost 3 damn games already. That's kind of tough. Yeah.
The one game I mentioned, Virginia, Miami of Florida.
And they're playing down in Miami.
Yeah.
This is one, if you are a Virginia fan, you cut the son of a bitch off after the first quarter because they are going to get buried in this game. 51-13. I like it. I will say Miami's probably favored by 26.
18.5.
Yeah, they'll cover that easily. By halftime, they'll have it covered. Virginia's not a good team. They are bad. What have they got? 2 wins or 1 win? Virginia.
2 or 2 and 5.
They're 2-5, and Miami's lost only 1, right? Or they lost 2.
No, they're 5-2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because the coach wouldn't kneel on a damn football. If they don't have that problem this week,
Was it Georgia Tech and North Carolina? Was that the games they lost?
Yeah, I think it might be. They lost to Georgia Tech and
North Carolina, I think, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it won't Duke. I don't think it was Duke. It was probably North Carolina.
I think it was North Carolina.
I believe you're right.
I think I was watching a little bit of that game.
Yeah.
That's a game a little bit that I saw, but I was kind of impressed with what I saw of that quarterback at Miami. His last name is Van Dyke or something, I think.
Yeah. I think he can be. I think he can be drafted this year. I don't think he's first round pick, but I think he can be 3rd or 4th round pick.
Mississippi State, Auburn.
Oh boy. Auburn's at home.
Yeah.
They got to show some heart. They got to, or Hugh Freeze is going to get fired. Shit, man, he's only in his 2nd year, and they're already talking for it. Huh?
It's his 1st year, isn't it?
I thought he left sometime during the last part of last year. I thought he left and played that. I don't know. I thought it was his 2nd year. Let me look and see.
No, he was coaching at Liberty last year.
Hugh Freeze coaching record. 86-47. Yeah, you're right. He's 7-3 this year with Auburn. No, I'm sorry, 3-4. 3-4. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he went 8-4 last year with Liberty. Um, yeah, you're right. Um, they may not end up. They may not end up getting rid of him then, being his first year. Mississippi State.
They're
They're
4-3.
playing. They're playing in Auburn. They
Yeah.
better win this game. Auburn better win. I think they will. Probably be one of the little dirty games. 24-21. I'll take Auburn. Squeak it out. They're more than 3-point favorites, I bet.
Auburn 6.5.
Yeah. I think it'll be closer than that.
Iowa State Baylor.
Oh, gosh. Iowa State is good at home, always good at home. They are tough at home. That turf that they play on is like rock hard pavement, but a lot of players love to play on it. Baylor, that's a different bird down there playing down there in Houston, man. Outside of Houston, it's right there in Houston. Hot as all hell down there. It's gonna be tough. I like Baylor in this ball game. It's probably gonna be a lot scored. 38-31 Baylor.
Okay. Yeah, with that. Michigan State, Minnesota. By the way, Iowa State was a 3-point favorite.
Oh, okay. Michigan State is still looking back, wondering why they didn't keep their coach now. I think Magic Johnson said, "Don't fire him, don't fire him, don't fire him," and now they're gonna end up having to pay this jabroni $90 million. And while they're paying him $90 million, you got to still have another coach in there. Right now, they still got interim, I think, on the coach right now. That's tough. That is real tough. They go into Minnesota, you say?
Yeah.
And that's the coach that they wanted. That's the coach they wanted. Minnesota's coach is who they wanted. I think Minnesota makes a point here of just pushing their nose into the ground here. I think Minnesota can make a statement game. 31-14. I like Minnesota big.
Yeah. Favored by 6.5.
I think they win by more than that.
Purdue, Nebraska.
Well, I tell you what bad team in the country plays more proud than Nebraska? Yeah, they got the hell beat them by a Michigan team that would beat the hell out of 95% of the teams they play. But any other team, they play tight. Now, what's their record? What's Nebraska's record?
4-3.
4-3, and you lost one time to a total ass whipping to Michigan, and then you got two close losses, and you're playing against Purdue. Purdue is a good team, but they don't travel the best. They just don't travel the best. I like Nebraska in this ball game. I really do. It's just going to be. Now that's the word of the day right there. This game will be a dirty game. This one will be fumbles. It'll be interceptions. It'll be kickoff returns. It's going to be a lot of just probably a lot of 3 and outs and punting the ball and stuff like that. I think it could really, really be a close ball game. 18-15 Cornhuskers. I like Nebraska here.
Nebraska had 2 ass whippings. Colorado beat them 36-14.
Oh, that's right. That's
and
right.
in Michigan 45-7. They lost to the opener to Minnesota 13-10. Beat NIU 35-11. Beat Louisiana Tech 28-14. Beat Illinois 20-7. Beat Northwestern 17-9. So they don't really have.
They ain't really beat nobody. Purdue would be their best win if they do win this weekend. I'm gonna pick them by that. It might be a bad pick.
Yeah, Purdue beat Illinois 44-19 by comparison.
Purdue.
And their only other win was against Virginia Tech 24-17.
Give me Purdue's road wins.
Virginia Tech 24-17. They're 2-5. The other one was at home against Illinois 44-19. But they only lost by 6 to Iowa. They got beat by Ohio State 41-7. Lost to Wisconsin 38-17. The Iowa game was 20-14. They lost to Syracuse 35-20.
Probably
Lost
a good
to
ball
Fresno
game.
State 39-35.
What channel is that coming on today? I might actually want to watch part of that game. Purdue,
FS1 at 3:30 Eastern.
All right, it might be worth watching, guys. Two bad teams. Just see who's got pride. I'll root. I won't even be rooting for either team because I like both teams. I like Purdue and I like Nebraska. So I'm just gonna hope for a good, clean game. Yeah.
Wyoming, Boise State.
Oh wow, Boise State has not been the same this year. What's their record?
3-4.
And how many of those wins have been at home?
Let's see. North Dakota and San Jose State.
Okay, so they've won
and
2.
A road win at San Diego State. 3 points.
And Wyoming's won, 4 games? 5 games?
They lost at home to UCF, but it was close, 18-16. They've only had 3 home games before this. Wyoming, yeah, they're 5-2.
And they're at Boise State.
Yeah.
Wow.
They just lost to Air Force by 7 on the road.
Man, I tell you, I think Wyoming's a better team. This line couldn't be a touchdown either way. Can't be. Yeah. I can't picture it being don't tell me what the line is, but just
okay.
if I don't think it's a touchdown either way. You can say yes or no to that if you want to.
Right, it's not a touchdown.
I think it could be. Wyoming's a better team here, but they are playing in perhaps the toughest place to play in Boise State. I mean, I'm not even sure the Horseshoe is as tough as this place is. This is out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I mean, you walk outside that stadium, it's just mountains and hills and billy goats. I'm going to take Boise to win this game. Boise State, gosh, I don't know how much scoring is going to get done. 23-19. 23-19. I'll take Boise State. And if they're favored by 4, all the better.
Favored by 4.5.
How about that shit? So I'll say they're not going to cover, but I think Boise State wins the game. How about that?
I don't know, Marshall, Coastal Carolina. They're both 4-3.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coastal, they've still got JMU coming up. They've got JMU coming up, and I know they're thinking JMU could be 10-0 by the time they play them, and that's going to be a damn good game. And I want to say Coastal may still have Liberty coming up.
Looks like that's on NFL Network.
Yeah, they play. They show some of them on the NFL Network sometimes. It's crazy. And Coastal against Marshall, and it's at Coastal.
Yeah.
God, that's going to be a good game, too. Coastal's not as good a team as they have been in the past. That's a tough place to play, too. I think Marshall wins this game, though. I think Marshall will pull this one out 27-17. I like Marshall by double digits. I don't know what the line is, but I like Marshall.
Marshall's favored by 3.
I like him in this game. I like him.
Air Force, Colorado State.
Yep, that's a top 25 game right there. Air Force and Colorado State. And I got them winning by 20 right here. 27-7. I like Air Force over Colorado State.
They're favored by 14.5.
I like them to win.
Oh,
big.
they're 19. I'm sorry, I missed that they were ranked.
That's all right.
Cincinnati, Oklahoma State.
Whoa, wow. How about this one? The Bearcats. That's kind of been quarterback you for the last few years. They've had some guys that's come through there, played quarterback and played well. They're going to Oklahoma State. That's a whole different beast right there. Oklahoma State, 2 losses. They must have 2 losses already because they're out of the top.
Two.
That's what knocked them out of the top 25. They're not going to be in a good mood. Oklahoma State wins this game. I think they're going to win it pretty damn convincing. 38-17, so 21 points. I think the line ain't that big. The line's probably 16.5, something like that.
No, it's not even that big. It's only 7.5.
I think they beat them easy. I think they win easy here. I think Oklahoma State wins this ball game and does not have a problem.
All right, I'll just do a couple more.
Okay.
Washington State, Arizona State.
Shit, I'll tell you what. Those 2 Arizona teams, Arizona and Arizona State, especially Arizona, they're the ones that's really been playing well. Arizona State not quite as good. Washington State, 1 loss. They got 2 losses.
3.
So they're 4-3 or 5-3.
They're 4-3.
And Arizona State is maybe like 1-6, 2-6,
1-6.
Yeah, they're not going to beat this team. Washington State, they will win this game. Probably, gosh, I don't know if it'll be double digits just because they played in the heat. It's going to be so tough down there. 27-20, I like Arizona. I like Washington State. They're probably favored by more than 7, but I'm not sure I'd give more than that.
$27.20. Let's see, Washington State's favored by 5.5.
Oh, okay. I like it then. I don't mind that. I think it would have been tough to win by 10 there. I really do.
And I guess this one last one. UNLV, Fresno State.
Fresno State has been up close to the top a lot this year. Well, what's their record? 5-2?
6-1. Both teams are 6-1.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, but I think that's a different 6-1s there. They're 2 different 6-1s entirely. And Fresno State's at home. I'm not enamored by UNLV. I think this could be a total blowout, even though probably the line doesn't show it. Fresno State 43, UNLV 20. I think they win by more than 20 points. I'm going to say the line for this game is probably 8.5.
9.5.
9.5. Yeah. Fresno State's a better team. They'll win by more than that. I think they win by more.
The last 2 games it shows here, New Mexico, Nevada, San Jose State, Hawaii.
Right. Yeah. San Jose State. Hawaii is just the only good thing about playing when you're Hawaii. Think about this. Number one, let's say you play for Hawaii. You go show up for school in July, and you sit on the beach for a fucking month. You eat a coconut or 2. You go out there and play some golf. You can't go for a drive. Where the hell are you going to drive to? You going to drive in the water? You are pretty much limited in what you can do. There's a lot of nice things you can do there. But to live there 24/7 and be there 24/7, there's only so much you can do besides just sit there and drink and party and shit all the damn time. But the other team coming in there, flying in there on a Thursday, let's say, they got to be enamored by, oh my God, look what's around us. We got all the girls in bikinis. We got the beach. We got the ocean. we got all these luau's and all the food you probably can find to eat in the world too. And the kids from Hawaii are just like, that's everyday shit for us. That's got to be tough for a team flying into Hawaii. It's got to be. It's got to be tough because they're around it all the time. It's like having a friend that lives on the beach, and you go visit your friend that lives on the beach, and the first thing you're thinking about when you pull up in the driveway is, how soon are we going to walk out there on the sand? And your friend is like, oh, you want to go out and eat in a little while? And you're thinking, go out and eat? I want to go out here on the beach and watch the ocean. But that's something he or she get to do every day because they're there all the fucking time. So, I mean, it's wild, but I really think it plays a part in it. I think it helps Hawaii to have a location that they've got to be able to play. Right, I really do. I think location means a lot. Plus, you got to fly minimum 3 hours, 4 hours to get there. I don't give a damn where you're playing from. And if you're East Coast, let's say you're Virginia Tech, Clemson, or North Carolina, or South Carolina, or Duke, flying all the way out there. That's minimum 7-hour flight, one way. You're probably going to have to catch two. Probably going to fly from here to like San Francisco or LA and then go the rest of the way. And shit, man, that's got to take a hell of a lot out of you. I really think so. But was Hawaii favored? Probably not. They're not that good a team, I don't think.
No. San Jose State's favored by 10.5.
Yeah.
Now, New Mexico, Nevada was a pick'em.
Was it?
And Nevada's only got one win. 1-6. New Mexico's 3-4.
Were they playing in Nevada?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes a difference. I know Nevada. I've been there. Oh, bless you. And it is a.
Army's only favored by 10 over UMass. I thought it'd be more than that. No, they're only 2-5 though. Boston College 14.5 over UConn.
It's a desert though. That's Nevada for you. That's a damn desert. It's all it is. You find water and find a little grass, you're lucky. It's crazy. What's up, Cat? What's up, Cat?
Yeah, kitty cat, what's up? What's up, Hannah? What's up?
We still got an hour till game time, folks. Don't forget, I'm going to try to show off my AWA squared circle Greg Gagne against Stan Hansen. That should be a real good match. The winner will be the champion. And that match is going to be very, very dirty. I found this yesterday at a store. And I guess you just got to put it on your desk and just say whether it's this way or that way. I paid like $1.50 for it. I was like, hell with it. I'm going to get it.
Well, I think that's if somebody's supposed to be cleaning your desk or something.
And you show it to them.
Yeah, you put dirty. They come back the next day. They know they didn't do a good job.
Or you put dirty up before they're supposed to come clean it and be like, okay. Yeah. Pretty funny. But, I went to the store last night and got me some ice and got me a soda. Come back. Oh, that's right. Darlene wanted some Cheetos. So I got some Cheetos. And I saw this little thing, and I was like, what the hell? I'll get it. Now, that right there, I don't know what you think then.
If you're looking down at it from the top, you could read it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Might try to, I don't know what we might do today. we might try to hang around here. Might go off and go do something today. It's so nice out, man. God, it's so nice. I could get out here and mow my grass, but I want it to do all the growing it's going to do. My neighbor's going to put his lawnmower away for the year. I ain't put mine away yet because I know it's going to be at least one more time. Mine's getting higher, and as warm as it is, I may want to go out there and mow it right before this cold snap, or right when the cold snap hits, mow it. But we'll see what happens there. So,
So you hear anything more from Mike at the school?
No, I hadn't talked to him. I hadn't texted him back lately. I hadn't texted him, so I reckon I need to do that and find out what he's got going on. Yeah, see what he's. I know he's not happy about a lot of things happening right now. Yeah,
I know.
yeah. So, we may be back on later for finals today. The game is right now, Keith, the top 25 game that you're like, okay, if I get a chance to watch it, I really want to watch it is. Oregon, Utah.
Yeah.
Duke, Louisville. Tennessee, Kentucky.
Louisville is interesting.
It is.
I might want to see if Pittsburgh can keep it close against Notre Dame.
Yeah. Oklahoma, Kansas.
And Utah, Oregon, yeah, that would be a good game.
The Oklahoma, Kansas.
Yeah, if Kansas keeps it competitive,
Right.
Get out of hand, I'm not going to stick with it.
Right.
I might even be interested to see Wisconsin.
Ohio State, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, it might be interesting to see if Wisconsin can put up a fight for a while.
Can they run a football? That's what they've got to be able to do is run a football. And then Georgia, Florida, it's all a matter of the first 5 minutes. If Georgia comes out the gate and scores 14 points, Florida is toast.
Yeah.
If Florida can come out there in the first quarter and play it 3-0 or no score or something like that, they got a legit chance of playing with them. They're playing down there in Jacksonville's home stadium.
When was the last time a number 1 seed got beat by an unseeded team?
You talking about number 1 in the country?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see. Let me think. Let's see who's been up there. I'll tell you what. Let's find out. I'll ask. When's the last time number 1 in college football got beat by an unranked team? Alabama lost to unranked Texas A&M. (41-38), October 9th, 2021. So
2021?
Just 2 years ago.
In October?
Yeah, October 9th. But prior to that, Oregon State stunned USC in 2008. So it was 13 years between times. Yeah. Let's see what
was the previous time? I'm sorry. What was the previous time?
Oregon State, USC.
And that was when?
October 19th.
Oh.
No. I'm sorry. September 25th, 2008. Set on a Thursday night.
Okay, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. That's crazy shit. 4,000 days between times. How about that? 4,000 days, Keith, between the last two times it's happened. And then
4,000 days.
4,000 days for more than 4,042 days.
13 years, pretty much, yeah.
So it wouldn't be that long between these two times. It wouldn't even be 1,000 days even. It'd be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
It'd be about 700 days.
Yeah.
A little over 700. Yeah. So you might be around later on?
Yeah, I'll be around.
I don't know what we got going on yet. I need to get me a chainsaw, and I'll show you the site that I look at.
You hopefully you won't be in one of those videos like what we were watching last night just for giggles.
No, I don't have no trees. I don't have trees that size. My trees might fall down on top of me, but I'll be all right even if they fell on me. They're about this big around.
Oh.
They're not bigger. They're not bigger around than I am. If they're bigger around than I am, I get the hell out the way. I chop them the other fucking way and say, "Oh, go fly
out of people's houses and stuff."
Yeah, that stuff was crazy. You all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for the hour that you gave us, and we gave you our college and pro picks. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.